Restaurants forever have been on a mission to convince you that their food is better than other people's food, better than food you can make yourself. And for the past 30 to 40 years, they've used commercial advertising to do this. They've conveyed different things about their restaurant and about their food that makes it seem like their food is better than everyone else's. People are hired from marketing teams and advertisement agencies to make sure that their restaurant looks better than everyone else's. But it doesn't matter how good the restaurant looks, how amazing the commercial is. There's one central piece for a restaurant to convince you how good their food is, and that's the food has to look good. The way the food looks is what's going to convince you to come and buy their food. If their burger looks really good, then you're going to want to buy it as opposed to making your own burger or going to somewhere else. You've been to McDonald's before. Maybe you've seen a McDonald's commercial. If you compare the burger in the commercial to the burger you get at the store or at the restaurant, it looks very, very different. So jobs started to arise for makeup artists to come in and doctor up these burgers, these food items, whatever it is, to make them look better. And so they've learned, if they place all the little ingredients with tweezers and make them look perfect, then maybe you'll think the food looks better. They would use replacements, like if they're advertising ice cream, they may use mashed potatoes because it won't melt under the lights and it looks a little bit more sculpted. They would use a heat gun and melt the cheese just so perfectly. A lot of times they would use paint to help make the sauce look exactly the way they want. They would pump in fake steam to promote this really good environment for their food that makes it look like how warm and fresh it is, when in reality it was basically painted in a studio. Restaurants like IHOP have been even known to use motor oil as a replacement for syrup on their pancakes because the motor oil has a richer color that they want to promote to make it look like it's their syrup. Now these tricks that they use, not to mention lighting and Photoshop and editing to make everything appear perfect, these tricks they use make your mouth water when you see them. I mean, these commercials do a good job. You get hungry when you see a steak laid out in a commercial, but it's because it's very intentional. They're appealing to your feelings and they know that it's gonna work. Take our McDonald's example. If you were to watch a McDonald's commercial, you might see a burger and it looks gourmet, it looks perfect. It looks like something that it's actually not. Because if you go to a McDonald's, you'll go in there and you'll see a burger that doesn't look like the burger that's even on the menu. It doesn't look like one on the commercial, certainly. This burger is just an average fast food burger. And they do this because they want to lie to you, stretch the truth, because they want you to believe that their food is better than it actually is. And they're conveying that their food is something that it's not. The food industry isn't the only one to do this. Other companies do this same thing because they want you to believe that they are something that they're not. They want you to believe that these companies are better than they actually are. Now I love McDonald's. I'm still gonna order McChickens, but I have to understand that they're casting this image so that I think differently of them than what they actually are. But I guarantee that you do this as well. At some point, you believe the lie, I am what others think of me. This means that you're gonna act a little bit different because you want others to think some type of way about you. There's an old saying, and it's actually really complicated, it doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's helpful when we're talking about this. It's, I am not what I think I am. I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. And this confusing saying basically just says, whatever I believe that you believe about me is true. The lie, I am what others think of me, is very damaging and it's difficult, and it's perhaps the most damaging one that we've covered so far. And it sticks with you for a long, long time. If my friends, family, whoever, laugh at my jokes, if they think I'm cool, then great, that's what I am. But when inevitable drama creeps in and they start to not laugh anymore, they don't think I'm funny, don't think I'm cool, then that's when the problem sets in, because I'll do whatever it takes for them to think those things about me, because they're the ones defining who I am and not myself. And this is dangerous, because that means I'm fighting to do what's right in their eyes rather than fighting to do what's right in God's. Now you have teachers, parents, family, significant others, coaches, and it's not their job to dictate who you are, it's God's. I'm sure you've felt this weight before. The weight of trying to impress someone else. It's hard to do. Maybe you've tried to woo someone else into thinking something, believing something about you. And there's a lot of pressure, fear, and anxiety with all of those things. In fact, I would say it's not even worth it, because the standard they have for you isn't even worth trying to attain. The standard that God has for you is actually way better. In the same way that restaurants and companies lie about their product and try to make you think something that's not true, we do the same thing. Because we often try to make other people think differently about us and what's actually true. And that's where it gets really, really hard. And that's where this lie that I am what others think of me, embeds into your identity. And for a long time, you'll do a lot of things that are really, really exhausting in order to make people like you or think you're cool or laugh at your jokes or impress them, whatever it is. That's where it gets hard. Psalm 139, verse 14 says this: I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. God has made you, and God doesn't make mistakes. God loves you, and this is something that you need to realize. It's hard to fully realize that because we live in a world that tells us that you are what other people think of you, but that's not true. You are what God thinks of you. And God made you, and He made you very good. I am what others think of me is too dangerous a lie to believe. Because God made you too well, and He loves you too perfectly for you to try to prove yourself to other people. God has big things for you, and He loves you too much to allow you to believe that people have better things for you than He does. You are more than what others think of you.